Hi, my name is Chuck Panzarella. I'm a lawyer and the founder of Consumer Action Law Group, and today we're going to talk about how to find a great car. We're going to give some tips and strategies for what to avoid and how to make sure you don't buy a terrible car. So let's get into it. All right, so there are a lot of really good car buyer sites out there. I'm going to give you the top 3, and then you can find all of the rest of them in the description below. Let's start with autolist.com. What I like about this site is that it gives you a Carfax preview, and that is really helpful to let you know if it's a used car, if there's been any damage reported, prior accidents, whether it was used as a rental car or a fleet car, unless there was no insurance claim. So you have to take it with a grain of salt, but usually a Carfax is a very good indicator of whether there's damage. Car Gurus is a good site for bargain shopping, and Auto Tempest. I like this site because it's kind of like the kayak for auto buying. It looks across all of the different car sites out there and it consolidates all the information into one place. I will say you should also check out Consumer Reports for reliability scores. They became famous for doing the crash tests, and they give safety scores and reliability scores for all vehicles as well. So definitely check out Consumer Reports. How can you negotiate a great deal? This is complicated, but here are my tips. Number 1, you should find your own loan. Don't leave it up to the dealer. You should know exactly how much you want to put down and how much you can afford for your monthly payment. I would also make sure that the dealer doesn't add on anything that you don't need, like paint protection or delivery charges or anything like that. They're going to try to sell you a service contract. Even if it's a brand new car, they're going to sell you some service contract, and you should just decline. Price compare. Before you go to the dealer, see what the best price is at 2 or 3 different dealers. Text their internet sales department, lock somebody in on the rock bottom price with a VIN number, a specific vehicle. And that way you can go and you can buy that car. And last but not least, be ready to walk away. By the time you go to the dealer, you should know exactly how much you're going to pay for exactly the car you want. And if they don't give you those terms, you should leave, because you can go somewhere else and you can get the same car. All right, so the hard part, how to get a loan. When you want to finance your purchase, best thing to do is to go online, and you're going to find a lot of different options. I usually recommend SoFi or PenFed or any number of online options. They can give you a very quick pre-approval and final approval, but you can see the whole list in the description below. I would go into any purchase with a pre-qual letter from your own lender. It doesn't mean you have to use your own lender, but it's great to have that option. Know what your maximum down payment will be before you go to the dealer. Know your limits and know what your maximum monthly payment is going to be. And this is tough, but if you can keep your loan under 5 years, you're going to get the best rates, and you're going to pay a lot less for your vehicle if you can keep it at 60 months or less. When you start extending over 60 months, it's a much higher interest rate, and with the compounded interest, you're going to pay a lot more for the vehicle. So, if you're going to buy a used vehicle, everyone says you should inspect it. But the truth is, I like to leave this to the professionals. We recommend Meineke and Midas on a national level. They have locations all over, and they do great multi-point inspections for a reasonable fee. You can also get a free inspection at CarMax, which is a good multi-point inspection, typically done for a trade-in value, but they will give you other, any kind of known safety defects or mechanical defects. Make sure that when you get an inspection that you get it in writing, because a written report can be really helpful if you have problems later and you need to have those problems either repaired or fixed, or if you want to get out of the contract, it's really good to have a written diagnostic from when you get it inspected. All right, how to read the contract. This topic can take like 20 minutes, but but I'm going to give you the 2-minute version. We'll start by looking at price, the extras, the down payment, and the trade-in value. So first, the cash price. That's line 1A of a standard, what's called a retail installment sales contract. And on the contract, you should make sure that the price is what you agreed on and not a penny more than the advertised price. Next up, extras. Those are all the surcharges, paint protection, and all of these should either be waived or added at the very end. That's something that you're going to have to negotiate with the finance manager. A question we get all the time is whether it's worth it to buy a service contract. And my advice is it generally makes sense if you are buying a vehicle that's more than 5 years old and the manufacturer's warranty has expired, it has more than 50,000 miles, and things might start going wrong. Just make sure that you read the service contract because they come with a lot of exclusions, and make sure that you take the time to read all of the exclusions. Usually the dealer-backed service contract, like the one that is offered through the manufacturer, is a better value with less exclusions. If you decide that you want to buy your own service contract, that's an option too. So you don't necessarily have to go with the one that the dealer offers. So I hope these tips have been helpful, especially if you're looking to buy another vehicle right now. If you have bought a vehicle or if you've had problems with the vehicle that you're driving, give us a call. We can help you with any issues that come up, whether it's a defective car or whether you've been lied to by your dealer. Call the number below. We're at 818-254-8413 and we're happy to help. Take care.